She is 14. Look what she wearing. When I was 14, you had me wearing capri shorts from the Gap. Right there, and my shirt said Gap. Now she wearing booty shorts and lace. And she 14, mama.
Do you remember when women showing up to events like this was considered a scandal? I know you remember this incident. Who couldn't? I'm trying to figure out, when has it become normalized to the point where we feel comfortable walking out the house like this, showing up to red carpet events, literally just flashing everybody.
Do y'all have to hoe up every damn event? What would make you comfortable enough to wear a tennis skirt so short it's 6 inches of raw ass hanging out the bottom of it? We at Disney World, my God.
I'm not saying that you stink, but the look is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, giving stank.
Welcome back to another episode of New Era Narratives. I'm your host, Jasmine, and today we're talking about, where your clothes at? Is it just me, or has it become normalized to pretty much just be naked out in public? And I'm not just talking about short shorts and crop tops. I'm talking about full-on nudity. I remember when it was literally a scandal if you wore something provocative, like to a major red carpet event, like, something revealing or showing too much skin. And now it's just become the norm. My goddaughters, they watch TikTok and, social media, and they're heavily influenced by skincare influencers. They're like, I need this for my skincare. I need this. And I'm like, you guys are under the age of 10. You don't have no blemishes. But it just shows you how powerful the media can be and how influential it can be. And I don't want them to see half-dressed women thinking that that's what they have to do as well in order to fit in. And again, I'm not judging. These are just my lighthearted takes on how I think we can do better at representing ourselves, especially when we go out in public. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video so that way you'll be the first to know when I drop more content like this. Okay, let's get into it. Do you guys remember in 2004 when Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson performed live at the Super Bowl? One of the biggest wardrobe malfunctions of all time. I'm talking, this was like the biggest scandal for really weeks. So basically, they're performing Rock Your Body, and towards the end of the performance, there's supposed to be like a huge reveal where he ripped off part of her top. By accident, he revealed her breast. And let me just tell you, she did not live that down like for quite some time. I just remember it being such a big thing because she basically flashed the world like on national television. It was such a big deal at the time because in the early 2000s, you got to think, we didn't have too much like full on nudity. You know what I mean? It was, Little Kim's outfits where she had the purple sequence outfit and one of her breasts was revealed and it was covered with the purple pasty, and J Lo's green Versace dress. I mean, those are like I'd say the biggest, like, oh my gosh, like, she's showing too much skin type of fashion statements at that time. To fast forward now, you have just full on nudity. I'm not sure what Kanye's fascination is with full on nudity with his wife, because he'd be fully dressed and it'll be raining outside and she'll have on like a clear see through poncho. But it's just so crazy because I don't see those same type of repercussions and like the same like outrage as we did with Janet and JT. I'm not exactly sure when it became quote unquote normalized or to where we're not publicly outraged when we see this type of stuff, but I think Kanye and his wife, they take it way too far.
Okay, so Disney World is a family-friendly amusement park. Keyword on family. There is no reason why you are dressed up as Princess Tiana and your ass is hanging out the bottom of your skirt. Do y'all have to hoe up every damn event?
This TikTok creator, she basically went to Disneyland with her friends and she was talking about she was having such a great time. And she was so shocked by the amount of young women that were there. Basically, it was like super short tennis skirts to the point where like their butt cheeks were hanging out. There's a time and a place for everything. And Disneyland, really, kids are going to be there with their families. Parents are going to be there. Is that really the appropriate place? Well, it's not appropriate, in my opinion, to do it in public or wear it in public. Like, even when I'm trying to look for bikinis, it's like, it's so hard to find bottoms that aren't thong bikinis. Like, I don't want my butt out when I'm like around my little cousins or around even my family members. Like, I don't see that that's so necessary. But again, because it's become normalized to wear as little as possible, it's like no one's really like saying anything. They're just kind of like going with it. When I saw this picture, I was like, There's no way that she wore this to her son's graduation. Like there's just no way. And then as I kept scrolling and looking at pictures, I'm like, no, she really wore that. This is like lingerie. This is something that you wear like when you're going to bed and you're wearing it to your son's graduation. Like Decorum is not in the room with us anymore. Like it's completely left the chat. Because what parent is going to wear something like this to their son's graduation? It's giving, I need the spotlight and I need the attention on me, even though it's my baby's big day. And how embarrassing to have all your peers and their families and their parents, and they see your mom dressed like this. Like, I just think it was really inappropriate. And I feel like, I don't know, there used to be like dress codes that you would have to wear for prom and these type of events. And it's like, where did that go? And please don't get me wrong, I love me some Toni Braxton, but Miss Braxton, this was not appropriate. And neither were these pictures. Every day on social media is like, I feel like I've seen it all. And then it's like, I'm just terribly surprised and reminded that no, it keeps getting worse. What would possess you to take family pictures with your young children like this? I mean, it would have been so much cuter if she had like a skirt or like some pants or even a dress. Like, why is there such a fixation on showing our bodies as a mother? Like, you're supposed to set the example for your kids. And it's like, I don't know. I don't even have the words for this one, y'all. I just shook my head. Like, really? Personally, I was first I was gonna say, this is the type of outfits that you wear to the club, things like that. But the way the world is now, I wouldn't even recommend dressing like that for the club. That is like behind the scenes, at home for your significant other or for yourself. Like, protect your body, like protect yourself. And not only that, how do you want to be represented when you go outside? Like, what image are you sending out by the way that you're dressed?
Mama, she is 14. Look what she wearing. When I was 14, you had me wearing capri shorts from the Gap. Right there, and my shirt said Gap. Now she wearing booty shorts and lace. And she 14, Mama.
I could not help but laugh when I saw this video. She's talking about, Mom, when I was her age, I was wearing like capris from the Gap and all this and the third. Because yes, we dressed like little kids, like truly, like we were flooding on our pants and everything too. We were layering our t-shirts. I remember having like the the short sleeve top with the tank top over. Like, it was not a game. And nowadays we see girls dressing so much older. I believe social media has influenced like the baddie culture. And when I say baddie culture, I mean lip fillers, lashes, BBLs, wigs, bust down, all these things that I feel like are not age appropriate. I wasn't getting acrylic nails until like middle school, like seventh grade, eighth grade. And now it's like girls having like XL nails and just lashes and wigs. And they look so much older than they are. And I'm like, it's okay to be a kid. Social media has us feeling like we gotta like match this one type of aesthetic, and it's like, no, be yourself. And I love that she's also calling out her mom, because let me tell you, as the oldest daughter, if I would have tried to wear any of that stuff out the house, honestly, even if I would have tried it today, my mom and my dad would be like, it's not happening. Even at this grown age in my early 30s, it's like I'm a reflection of them. Like, I'm not about to be just looking any kind of way. Granted, I do have my days where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look bummy, or I'm gonna just go run some errands. But there's a difference between looking kind of bummy versus looking slutty and provocative, and it's never gonna give that. And there's a way to still exude sex appeal being fully covered. You don't have to always like show so much skin and show everything to show people that you got it. Leave something to the imagination. Stand out by putting your clothes back on. Please bring back decorum. Protect the kids. There's a lack of censorship, like within the media, just really everywhere. Do your part. Like, read the room, know where you're at. Like, don't be naked at Disneyland or these kid places or at a graduation or doing family photos. Like, set a better example of like how to protect your body, how to present yourself, especially people of color. We already have enough as it is. Like, let's go above and not be the typical stereotype. Let's just do better. When you are dressing, to reassess, like, have I also outgrown the way that I used to dress? I used to wear short dresses. I used to wear like things like that too, not to the point of where I'm revealing so much skin, but it's not how I dress now. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with my body. And my biggest thing is protecting it. Even though, it doesn't matter, you're still going to get approached, I would say, by men, or approached and receive certain type of attention. I think there's a way that you can go about it to like limit some type of interactions, and it starts with your appearance, the way that you present yourself, the way that you dress. I make sure to police my God. I let them know shirt's too short, pants too tight, because I just want them to grow up just knowing like I'm still that girl with my clothes on, and so are you. So in closing, I would just like to challenge us to be more aware of how we present ourselves when we're going out. You ain't gotta show it all just to prove that you still got it. You don't want that type of attention anyway. Set the example, read the room. If you know somebody that's dressed like that, kind of like maybe show them this video. Honestly, challenge them. Be like, let me see how sexy or how like presentable you can look with your clothes back on. Because ladies, we need to put our clothes back on. And no matter how many times I see, celebrities and musicians and artists and public figures showing up to events like this, dress, with their boobs just out, with just the pasties, and it never fails to amaze me because I'm like, who approved this? Your stylist needs to be fired, and you need to speak up and say, I would like a little bit more material. We just got to do better, y'all. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Think I was doing too much? Do you think my body, my choice? Do you think, yeah, it's gone way too far? Let me know in the comments because I want to know what you think. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.